Hello everybody on YouTube and all the NHL fans out there and NCAA basketball fans out there. This is Andrew Warren, back once again, giving you my first round picks of the 2019 Stanley Cup Finals predictions and a bonus for the NCAA basketball picks. Check it out. Sorry about that, but anyways, people in the background. But anyways, going into this game, hold on. Before I make my picks and everything, I want to send my condolences to Matthew Stafford's wife, who is battling a brain tumor right now, which is not really good. I mean, ugh. Yikes, that's not really the greatest thing in the world. Cancer is pretty dangerous thing, you know. My condolences out to Matthew Stafford's wife and their family. Hope she makes a speedy recovery from it. So, anyways, Matthew Stafford, we got your back and we got your family support on this. So, and make sure your wife fights this, okay? Make sure she fights. Alright? Anyways, just to continue on with the Stanley Cup Finals predictions. I'm going to start off on the Western Conference. So, in the first round. So we got first round Calgary, who is the #1 seed in the Pacific Division. I think it's the Northwest Division, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I think Calgary is #1 and they're facing the Colorado Avalanche, who barely squeezed in the wild card in there. But hey, I mean, this is going to be interesting thing. I actually like Calgary this year, to be honest. Calgary, oh man, they're one of the best teams in the West right now. So don't get me wrong. I mean, I think Calgary's going to be an okay team, but it's like, ugh. Yeah, but honestly, Johnny Gallerero from Calgary, had a great year. I mean, honestly, he could have been a top 5 contender for the Hart Trophy, but I think we know who that's going to belong to. So, anyways, going into that, it's going to be going into that game. Calgary is going to be the most top team in the West. I think they're going to continue that stretch. Don't get me wrong with Colorado, though. You know, Colorado, they just barely got in. They're just going to squeeze in. So, anyways, I like Calgary going into this game in this one. So, anyways, I like the squeeze Calgary in there, so I'm sorry about that, but anyways. So, hold on, sorry, I just click into my picks as I go along. But anyways, I like Calgary gonna go all the way to the Western Conference. I mean, all the way to the second round in this one. I think they're gonna beat out Calgary. So, anyways, going into that, I think Calgary's gonna make a great game. Make a big companion to that, so I think Calgary is going to do well. So I think they're going to be in the next round. I got Calgary over the Colorado Avalanche in the first round in that one. How many games is that going to go? That's going to go to 5 games, I think. I think that's going to be lopsided. They're going to get 1 game out of that. That'll be the second game probably. Then all of a sudden Calgary's going to swoop out the rest of them in that. All right, going in the San Jose Sharks, taking on the defending Western Conference champions, the Vegas Golden Knights. So anyways, going into this game, the Vegas Golden Knights have been a little disappointment this year. Not really doing well. They fought back a little bit, and they finally hang on to the stretch. And now they get to face the San Jose Sharks, and now the Sharks have a little case scenario to deal with. So anyways, honestly, I think the Sharks are much better ball club, and Vegas lost lots of players in the last year after their Stanley Cup Finals run from last year. I think that's going to haunt them. So I think this is going to be going into there. Now, I like the San Jose Sharks going into this game. It's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to go to the 7 games. It's going to go back and forth game. I think it's going to go on it. But I think San Jose is going to squeeze in there by a game in that one. So how many games I say? 7 games. So anyways. Yeah, the Nashville Predators. I should say Smashville for PK Subban. And the Dallas Stars going in. Now this is an interesting matchup going into this game. Nashville wants to play Smashville, and I think that's exactly what they're gonna do. No offense to Dallas, they're gonna be hosting the NHL Winter Classic. They're gonna have to wait for their big moment right into next year, because I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Dallas is gonna have a little ways to go on that. So I like Nashville winning this series in a long stretch. How many games? It's going to be a sweep, I think. I think Nashville will beat the Dallas Cowboys in a 4-game sweep. And, of course, the Winnipeg Jets versus the St. Louis Blues. I mean, I was debating back and forth in this game. I think this is going to be a very close game. I think this is going to be a back and forth one. But, honestly, I think it's going to come down to which team has the best goaltending. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, I forgot I had to double check that. But Eric Comley is gonna, and Connor Habelchek is gonna be their best goaltenders, and they've been really solid all year. Anyways, going into that series, I think it's gonna come down to Blake Wheeler too. I think Blake Wheeler is gonna make a really big move on them. So I'm sorry about all that, but anyways, I think Blake Wheeler is gonna be doing some stuff to St. Louis. I'd be like, whoa, what the hell? So anyways, hate to say this, but I like the Winnipeg Jets. Because I know some fans are the St. Louis Blues fans. But I like the Winnipeg Jets over the St. Louis Blues in this game. How many series is in this one? I think it's going to go to a 7-game series. It's going to go right down to the wire on that one. So anyways, going into the second round, I got the Calgary Flames facing off the San Jose Sharks. And I got the Nashville Predators versus the Winnipeg Jets in the second round. So anyways, that will wrap up the Western Conference. I'm going to give you my Eastern Conference Championship. Eastern Conference Finals picks. Check them out. Okay, let's go to the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Alright, going into this game, the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are the President's Trophies winners, you know how that goes sometimes. You win that, you choke in the end. We haven't seen that since the Chicago Blackhawks, so in 2013. And the only team that's done it multiple times is the Detroit Red Wings. So anyways, slam to none. That's going to be really tough for the Tampa Bay Lightning to hold up. So just because you won the President's Trophy and you're the best team in the NHL doesn't necessarily guaranteed you're going to win the Cup. So anyway, which I call it the most important trophy, most important prize in all of sports. So anyways, going into that, it's going to be a really tough matchup in this one. It might slip a little bit, but I think they'll pull something out in the end. So anyways, going into that game, I like my chances with the the Tampa Bay Lightning in this series. So I like the Tampa Bay Lightning over the Tampa Bay Lightning. That is going to be a 5-game series on that one. Anyways, going to my Boston Bruins versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. I have to say this. Giving up 3 shorthanded goals yesterday, unacceptable on that one. I don't care who the hell you are. You give up 3 shorthanded goals, you got a problem. But anyways, they have to step that up. If they can fix that, they can beat Toronto. So anyways, now it's in Boston. We got the home ice. I think we had the best home ice advantage. So if we can keep that, I think it'll be okay. So I think we can handle that really well. So anyways, I think going into that series, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna come down to who got home ice in that one. That has my Boston Bruins in that one. So I gotta say the Bruins in that one, despite the shorthanded goal situation. I like our chances with this. So I like my Boston Bruins over the Toronto Maple Leafs. How many games? It's gonna go to 6 games in that one. So anyways, here we go. So the Washington Capitals, the defending Stanley Cup champions, against the Carolina Hurricanes in this game. Now this is a series. This is the Carolina Hurricanes' first playoff appearance since 2009. So this is really great for them. They had a great moment going in the playoffs. Now there's pretty much a lot of bandwagon situations. You know how that goes. Things get pumping up. Teams try to get fired up more. So I think this is going to be exactly what happens. So I'm picking an upset in this one. I like the Carolina Hurricanes over the Washington Capitals. So we're going to have a new defending. We're going to have the new, we're going to have a new Stanley Cup champions going into this. How many games that's going to go? That's going to go 7 games. I don't care. I think if I want to say 6 games, I think they want to go to 6 games. But personally, I think it's going to go to 7. My gut is saying 7, but my brain is saying 6 because I think Carolina wants that home ice. So they want it on their home turf. I definitely think that's going to help them all. So anyways, I like the upset, the Carolina Hurricanes over the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Washington Nationals, in 6 games. And going into this one, the Pittsburgh Penguins, who won like at least three championships, sorry. But anyways, who won the Stanley Cup three times in the last, I believe, 11 years or something like that. Yeah, and they went to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2008, and they haven't lost since. So anyways, going into this one, this is going to be a very tough one. So I think going into that game, it's going to be a very tough situation. in this one, but they're facing the New York Islanders, who are been a little surpriser on the way. So, anyways, I think going into that one, I think for that one, I would like to say that I like the Pittsburgh Penguins in there, despite the playoff success. But I think the New York Islanders will get some fight into them. I think this is going to be a 7-game series, but I think in that one. So I like the Pittsburgh Penguins over the New York Islanders in a 7-game series. Now, how much is that gonna lead up to? So here's what's gonna lead up to in the second round. I pick the Tampa Bay Lightning against my Boston Bruins, and the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. So here you go. That will wrap up in the first round. And as I take a look at what I do, yep, there it is. But anyways, that will wrap up my Stanley Cup playoffs for the first round. I will give you my NCAA basketball final picks. Check it out. Okay, going to the NCAA basketball Final Four. So we are down to the 2 teams right now, Texas Tech and Virginia. Virginia almost had an upset. They almost they beat Auburn by 1 yesterday. And of course, Texas Tech just rolled over Michigan State by 10 in this one. So this is now going into this game. It's going to be coming down to the finals, to Virginia and Texas Tech in Minnesota to be crowned the NCAA basketball champions. So anyways, I think this is going to be a really tough matchup. I think it's going to be a back-and-forth game. It's going to come down to the final stretch in this one. So anyways, Texas Tech has been a really good underdog story. So was Auburn, but Texas Tech has been really the underdog. They haven't been to the finals before, and they haven't been to the Finals Fours ever. And this is Virginia, I believe, their first Final Four since, hold on. Yeah, anyway, sorry, this is the first national championship for Virginia since the Final Four since 1984, which is Texas Tech's Final Four for the first time in their school history. So anyways, going into this one, this is the first time since 2017 that 2 Final Four participants had made their first ever appearances in 2019. And the first time since 1979, the 2 finalists are appearing in the national championship for the first time. So this is pretty interesting to see how this one plays out. But we only can crown one winner, I think. So not only that, I kind of like to say this, but I like Virginia over Texas Tech in this game, going into the finals for tomorrow night. So I like Virginia over Texas Tech. The final score, Virginia 65, Texas Tech 64. So there you go. That will wrap up my video for the week for the NCAA Final Four predictions and the Stanley Cup Finals, Stanley Cup playoffs predictions. I will be back with you for the NBA playoffs coming really soon. Till then, this is Andrew Warren signing off. Peace.